folks, Jonathan here. Alright, following day after getting our Austin London taxi cab, and just so everybody knows, I actually done my DNA, and I'm basically from Europe, about 100%. My mom was a McClung, so Irish, but some Scottish, some English, 2% French. I think that's when you walk around the corner and someone says boo, and you get scared. I think that's that 2% there. But anyway, so we are going to see what we can do with this thing. Some of this stuff, I don't even know what it is. It's just terrible, isn't it? Anyway, so built about like everybody said, you know, about like a tank. I mean, heavy built. Kind of reminds me of a Rolls Royce. I've towed a lot of Rolls Royces, and you know, when you get into a big heavy steering box on a car, I mean, the car weighs 3,500 pounds though, so you know, it's not really light. But checked the oil looks fine, and let me see, I turned the engine over at the school when I was there picking it up, and it felt like it turned over okay. Now, the guy that I got this from, he is the auto mechanics teacher there at the school, and he said that he had not messed with it at all. He said if it had been a gasoline engine, he probably would keep it and do something with it, but that he wasn't up on diesels. So I figured we will see if we can't get something figured out here. Now, I'm sure it had some sort of a battery box, a little better than what's here, but it looks like it took just a stud type battery terminal, so we'll see what we can do for that. It looks like someone's had a rag stuffed in it. Now, the air cleaner is in the trunk, or the boot. This is the bonnet, that's the boot, and we're going to work on it with spanners. I can't do the English accent, which I don't know that they have an accent. Maybe that's the English way and we got the American accent. So anyway, that's the bottom line. Okay, CAV pump, CAV filter. There is a primer on the fuel pump over there. Gas cap has got a lock on it. I haven't checked to see if there's a key on the keychain yet. Hopefully there is. I'm assuming this is a glow plug, yeah. Glow plugs. So we may have to sort of just wire them, you know, long enough to get, you know, 8 seconds or so we can get some heat. But I would love to see if it runs. I don't know. Like I said, I have no clue, and he didn't have a clue. He said as far as he knew that when he bought it, that the guy said that there was nothing wrong with it, but you never know. But I do know it's got this. It's got a brake pedal, and it's got a clutch pedal, and they don't go to the floor. The floor was taken out so I could see the clutch working. I didn't want to return really quick or easy, but it was working. So, like I said, we've got the key. I do know the emergency brake don't work. Let me see. Looks like the light's hanging down. This is spring loaded. And I guess that's so you can collect your money or talk to the passengers. And as for extra parts, I'm hoping that these ain't the drums off the back, because if they are, that would explain the reason the emergency brake's not working, but the pedal's still working for the brake, so I don't know. It's hard to say. You don't never know what you're going to run into, but I see the old clutch master cylinder and slave cylinder in there, probably a brake master cylinder in there. We've got some extra speedometer and extra gauges, oil gauge, everything in there. So I see a Land Rover box. Don't know what was in it. So we've just got odds and end parts. I looked at a lot of the paperwork to see what had been done and what hadn't been done. And I know it's had a lot of brake work. It had a new clutch pressure plate put in it, and I think they actually had the head off and done some work there. So, oh, another thing I seen, London. So, now for a 66, they got plastic door panels, and anytime you touch them, you know, they're just about falling apart and breaking. So the door panels are terrible. They would have to be redone and done back as something besides plastic for sure. All right, let's look in the boot. So we got a muffler that they cut off for some reason, and I don't know why. It's been sawzalled off, and the problem is I don't think there's anything wrong with it. We got an extra seat. There's some floor panels. There's our air cleaner. So, yeah, I have no clue why that muffler would have been cut off. The trunk fan looks really good. Yeah, I don't see the bottom in here. That's not good. But, as you can see, it had an oil baffle, but we'll put something on it. Yeah, let's see if we can get that off. Smell the fuel. I know what diesel smells like, but you never know. We might smell it, and it might smell like gas, which wouldn't be a good thing. But don't nothing surprise me. Oh yeah, it fits it. Unbelievable. It don't smell good. I like old diesel. But I didn't smell any gas in it, so I think we're all right. Alright. Let's get a battery. See what we can do. Well, I want to show, just in case somebody is out there who might be in this area, maybe a little bit better image. Is that carpet? Yeah. A little better image of the signs there. Black Line, pub, Grange Bob's buffet. Let me see, Goldsmith's Arms restaurant. So sad, I didn't think they sold too many guns over there. White Horse pub. So there you go. They'll have to pay me for advertisement, right? Number of this cab is, and there's no number there. So, Metropolitan Police fare table. It's in pence. I don't know what a pence is. So. All right. Okay, so we stuck a battery in. I don't have the terminals hooked up good. I just got them stuck on there. I wanted to see if I could get anything to come on. We got the horn to blow, but nothing else seems to be working. Now, I don't know why they got this on here. No end in it. They just got it as a junction here, I guess, but got a few burnt wires, which it's Lucas wiring, my understanding, so it's probably normal. So I think next thing we're going to do is we're going to take it loose or take one of these lines loose, and then we're going to hand prime it with the pump and just see if we get any fuel coming out. So I'll do that now. Okay, so I pulled the line off, and we do have diesel dripping already. Now I have not hit the pump. We're going to do that now. Hopefully I'll be able to see it. All right, looks like we're primed. I don't see a problem with that. The fuel look green, that's good, it's on road. Don't need no red fuel in it. Uncle Sam don't like that, because he didn't get his tax money. Okay folks, got me some terminals here to turn these top posts into screw type. So we're going to get them on. I've just been letting it charge here a little while I eat some lunch. So if we can get these darn little ones off, you can see this come out of a junk car. We'll go ahead and get it, just power hooked up, right? Alright, I'm going to go get a push button. Okay, so I'm going to heat the glow plugs up for about 8 or 10 seconds, then we're going to try to get... think we got maybe a intake valve or something ain't right. I can hear it. We're going to start it anyway, or try to start it, see what happens. Okay, let's pull the valve cover and see what we got going on. Something ain't right on the intake side. Shouldn't be blowing compression out the intake. All right. Sticking, controlling good, running good. Oh, actually sounds really good. It wasn't an intake valve, something was strong, but it was definitely putting some compression out the intake. Alright, let's shut it down, see if it fires back up. Put the valve cover back on. There was definitely something under one of them intake valves or something. There was a reason for that thing to be doing what it was doing, you know, blowing through the intake, but it cleared up. So whatever it was, it straightened itself out. But just so you'll see, it is oiling. Hopefully you can see that coming up through the holes. So, and it'll, of course, slowly get better and better. So we're going to seal it back up here, and then we'll fire it back up and see how it does. Alright folks, we're going to try it again, see how it starts this time. Let's try it without the globe plugs. I think we let it run long enough. It should. We didn't let it run long, but it should have been long enough. Might be wrong. Right. It is only about 35 degrees, 40 degrees. Somebody said these things smoked when you first started them, but I didn't see any smoke. Let's see if it'll move at all. try and find the reverse there. You got to pick up on the shifter, but got about 50 pounds of oil pressure at idle right now. No leak. Yeah, a little bit of smoke. I don't know. Let's regroup here. Alright, well, it runs, it rides, it drives, brakes work, clutch works, but the problem with the clutch is I shoved it in, and when I seen it, the slave center come out, it came out real slow. It's getting better, but you put it in first, you let the clutch completely out, and then it just slowly releases, like maybe there's a spring missing on it or something. Probably just needs greased up, oiled up, but it just slowly releases. So when you go into second gear, if you're going really slow, you're almost at a stop before it actually starts releasing into second, and it'll kill the engine if you're not careful, because I don't think it's no, torque monster. Anyway, not bad at all. It's gonna make a nice little car, and definitely good little driver for somebody, and maybe haul some of my buddies around when they get drunk or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out, right? So anyway, I appreciate everybody watching. And oh yeah, the tags. Somebody said that these are the wrong tags because it would have a letter back here that denotes 1966, and they're saying that these are pre-1963. And somebody else said that that 6 meant 1966. I don't know. Chances are, it wouldn't surprise me a bit if this thing came with no tags and somebody just threw some tags on it from over here. I don't even know if they're real or, something somebody had faked. Or there's a name on the side, Jepson. Yeah, they look real, but who knows. But anyway, so, I can't, you know, I wouldn't even consider the tags being the original to the car. I mean, they may be, but I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't. So anyway, so there we go. I run over my block, but I was trying to get it where that front tire to get against it because we don't have any emergency brake. So we'll get it figured out. We'll play with it a little more and maybe drive it around a little bit. I don't know. Because this car has an Ohio title, it has to be inspected by the Department of Transportation and the Theft Bureau. And anything over 35 years or older coming into North Carolina has to be inspected. And they're not inspecting it for safety and stuff like that, which I think they should be, but they're not. They're actually inspecting it for stolen parts. So they will, you know, go through it and make sure the VIN number matches the title and all that happy stuff, and which is not a big deal. So we'll get it all figured out. Looks like we got 16-inch tires on this thing. I thought they were 15s, but I guess they're 16s on it. We might order a set of tires. I don't know. Got to get a muffler back on it. The muffler's in the trunk. Why it's off, I don't know. I can't quite understand why it was cut off. But we got to get an air cleaner on it. A few other little things before we do much driving with it. But we found out what we needed to find out. It's kind of a loud diesel. You know, you get some of them that just, it's kind of weird on diesels because a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the diesel sound is the injector pump making pressure. If you ever get around a injector pump tester on the bench, you'll see what I'm talking about. But a lot of the rattling, the noise. But now this has got a little bit of a noise that I've heard in a lot of diesels. That I'm not saying that it's a bad noise, but I mean it's just got a loud. It's a loud diesel, and which I think everybody had said they were loud diesels. Anyway, not a big deal. Seems to be good. Got good oil pressure. It's not dumping smoke or nothing like that, so I think it'd be fine. So anyway, I appreciate everybody watching. I'm glad it turned out all right. And till next time, bye.